getting stuck. Be unstoppable. Whether you're ready for a life tune-up or a total life overhaul, this is the show that will have you living with an abundance of passion, purpose, power, and prosperity. This is the Unstoppable You Revolution. It's a podcast all about helping you remove the roadblocks that have been standing in the way of your highest personal and professional success. Get ready to reach your fullest potential and live a life you love. Let's welcome your host, inspirational speaker, author, and life transformation coach, Benecia Ponder.
Hello there. Welcome to this week's edition of the Unstoppable You Revolution. This is a place you come when you are ready to be the woman that God created you to be. I'm Benecia Ponder, and this week we are continuing our focus on vision. Last week in our Unstoppable You Revolution message, I shared with you the answer to 3 questions. First, what is vision? Second, how do you get the vision for your life? And then third, what do you do once you have that vision? That was a great message, and if you haven't had a chance to view it, go ahead to the archives page and check it out, because I know you will get some great strategies for how to receive and then run with the vision that God has for your life. Well, this week, in a continuation of that message, I'm addressing some of the questions that I received as a result of that video. A lot of you emailed me, inboxed me on Facebook and said, Benecia, great message. Only problem is I already have my vision, and I've had it for a couple of years now, and I'm not any closer to that vision than when I started. What's up? How do I maintain my focus? How do I maintain my vision? Well, I'm going to talk to you about that today. And I'm going to ask you to think about something that you probably haven't thought about yet. That's coming up in a moment. But before we get to that, I want to remind you about the Unstoppable You 90-Day Challenge. Oh my gosh, I am so excited about this challenge. I am getting some great feedback and responses about women who are shifting their lives. They're shifting their thinking. They're shifting their actions. They are doing different things in new ways. And it's really taking what we are doing here each week with the motivation and the encouragement to a different level, because through the 90-day challenge, I'm able to dive deeper. And I'm able to give some extra support and accountability and encouragement, some strategies and tools that will help you on your own personal journey towards unstoppable success. So go over right now and get your free access to the Unstoppable You 90-Day Challenge. You can start today. Yes, you can start today. You don't have to wait for a specific start time. You can start today. Go over unstoppableyourevolution.com and get your free access. I hope that you'll be joining us, and I hope that I'll be able to see you this week in our private community. So go over unstoppableyourevolution.com and get your free access. All right? Join the challenge. Now, back to this week's episode. Continuing on with our discussion about visioning. Now, as I mentioned before, I got a lot of feedback and comments from women who are saying, Benecia, I've already had the vision. I just need to know how to get there. And I want to share this message with you and ask you to think about something that you may not have thought about as you are pursuing this vision. And that is, what are you becoming? We talked last week about Habakkuk 2:2, because that really provides the framework of what do you do once you get the vision. You write it down, you make it specific, and you run with it. Well, if we look to the next verse, Habakkuk 2:3, it tells us that the vision is for an appointed time. God assures us that the vision is coming. It's going to happen, but it's going to happen at an appointed time. Now, that time frame that God has for your vision may not be the same time frame that you have. And one of the main reasons for that is because God allows a time frame for us to become the women that will be able to handle that vision. God allows us the time to develop and grow and to be who He created us to be. And I say that over and over, becoming the woman God created you to be. A lot of times we focus on that vision. We focus on all the things that we'll have. We'll focus on all the things that we'll be able to do once that vision is manifested. But we don't focus on who we'll have to be in order to sustain that vision. Think about lottery winners for a second. Think about people who win mega millions, millions and millions of dollars. I recently read an article about a woman in Canada who won Canada's biggest jackpot ever. She won it about 10 years ago. Well, the article title was Lottery Winner Takes the Bus to Work. 10 years after she received all of these millions of dollars, she's back working to a 9 to 5, barely able to make ends meet in a rented house that she can barely afford the payments on, taking the bus to work. Now, her dream, her vision of having better for herself and her children came just like that in an instant. It came, but she wasn't ready for it. Now, all of those visions that God has given you, He wants you to be able to have them, and He wants you to be able to sustain them. So instead of thinking, why hasn't my vision come true yet? Why don't I have all the things that I know God has promised that I will have? Why am I not doing all the things that God has promised that I'll be doing? Turn that inquiry inward. Start thinking, what is God shaping me to be? How is God molding me and developing me so that when I get that vision, I'll be able to maintain it, and it'll be a blessing for me and not a curse. Because I'm going to remind you what Habakkuk 2:3 says. The vision is coming. It's coming at its appointed time. God is giving you an opportunity to get ready for it. So keep running. Keep looking at that vision. Keep running towards it. Be determined. Be motivated. Persevere to the end. And as you're doing that, as you're running toward that vision, realize that your character is being developed. Realize that those obstacles that you're overcoming right now, those barriers that you're breaking through right now, they're giving you just a little bit more foundation so that when you get to the end, when you have that vision, you can maintain it. I hope this has been a source of encouragement for you this week. This is your preparation phase. Don't get weary during this phase. Don't give up. Continue to run with your vision. And I'm right here to help you. I'm reminding you about the 90-day challenge. It's going to give you some more tools and some more strategies to keep going with that vision. But look, even if you just stick with me here for the Unstoppable You Revolution each week, you're being prepared little by little. Keep with it. Stick with it. Continue with it. It's coming. God wants you to be ready when it comes. Well, that's it for this week's edition of the Unstoppable You Revolution. I hope that you will continue to be motivated and continue to be inspired moving towards your goals. Remember that you are becoming the woman that God created you to be. Take heart, be encouraged, and continue to keep the faith. I hope that I'll be able to see you again next week. And remember the 90-day challenge. Yeah, you can get my personal support and help in that challenge as you are continuing towards your goal. Go over to www.unstoppableyourevolution.com and get your free access. I'll be back with you again next week. Until then, I am wishing you an abundance of love, happiness, and unstoppable success.
This has been another inspirational and motivational episode of the Unstoppable You Revolution with Benecia Ponder. Check out our archived shows on iTunes or visit www.unstoppableyourevolution.com.